So these guys, Steph and Connie and Brandon, came up with some great ideas, and you guys send in video questions. So I should do my best to answer them, and off we go.
Hello, Rob. Welcome back to the interwebs. I have one question for you. Since there's going to be a lot of people asking about how to get started in this or favorite characters that, my question would be, considering that you have been going from podcasting to music to acting and now video gaming, I want to know what drives you, or if you could give any advice to people that want to get the motivation to get started and to just head on to their favorite project or to their dream career first. What can you give them? Like what is something that drives you, and if you could share that with anybody.
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic question right out of the chute. What motivates me? My sweet friend, I think in a word, it's joy. And the reason I say that is because when you're a young person, like the beautiful young lady to whom we just, from whom we just heard, you do things because they just make your soul happy. You know what I mean? You do stuff because you kind of go, gosh, I don't know what it is, but when I do this, I sure feel good. And my mom and dad get a kick out of it. You know, the guy that I'm kind of crush on at school is kind of looking at me, or, you know, I found this girl and when I make her laugh, it feels so good. And the same thing with music, the same thing with writing. There's a thing that happens to me that is almost chemical. And by that I mean not because I've had lots of experiences with illicit substances, day's not over yet, but I can promise you, and I'll be dead straight with you, I'm 65 years old. I don't care. Nobody cares what I look like. I can do this gig till I drop dead. Not today, because I got to drive back to LA. But the same thing that excited me and got me out of my own doldrums, got me attention, just literally made my soul happy at 10 or 12 years old, is the same damn thing at 65. This experience with all these new young people is so wonderful. And it is absolutely the way it has been my entire life. I understand that most people who decide they love sports or love music or love writing or love doing theater, most of us won't be able to make a living at it. I got that. But that doesn't mean that you don't take the opportunity to give yourself that gift of joy and fulfillment. Man, if you're a guy who sells steel like my old man did, and you do plays with the Detroit Civic Players on the weekend, that's fantastic. If you love to bowl and you're a 270 average bowler, Jesus, man, you're good, and you do it because you love it. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is way better. But I promise you, the things that drive me doing this had nothing to do with money. It really didn't. It's all about another way to connect, another way for people to see my stuff, another way for me to see your stuff. So I think that trying to find a way to hook into whatever brings your soul, and I'm dead serious, like where you can feel it. It's just, I can't not do this. That's what you hook into. And if it changes, it changes. But that's what gets me out of my own way. I've had, some of you read my book, and I've had periods in my career that have been really in the dumper. But when I reconnect with what it was at 7, 8, 10, 25, 30, 40 years old that would get me out of that, it always works for me. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's do the next one.
Hey Rob, Yeso here, actually keeping your seat warm here inside the esports arena studio. And I had a question for you. Myself, over the years, I've become a big fan of independent animators and creators on YouTube, whether it be Ego Raptor, Worthy Kids, or others. And I'm just curious if there are any independent animators or creators, or even voice actors yourself, that you've become a fan of over the years. Thanks, and enjoy the show.
Oh, thanks, pal. And wow, thank you for sharing this couch with me. Independent animators, and I have to plead a certain amount of ignorance, my friend, because I've always worked in the traditional studio realm. That is to say, I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up specifically liking Chuck Jones, Bob McKimson, Charles Schultz, Friz Freleng, the usual suspects, Tex Avery. And so I really don't know that many independent animators. I know animators who've worked for Warner Brothers and Disney and Nickelodeon and Marvel, and they all go around. Rich Eisen, not Rich Eisen. Oh God, I forgot my friend's name. Clearly not the best friend of the world. Incredible animator. Tom Tataranowicz, who is the creator of Biker Mice from Mars. Some of you may remember that show in which I played a character called Throttle. My voice is about as badass as I get, because I'm like 5'9.5" and $145. So, yeah, that's it. It's the beauty of cartoons. But I am always quick to say when I'm doing an interview, and people are very kind when they're interested in what I have to say. These folks here are making a big fuss over me and allowing me to have this glorious opportunity. But man, I don't draw them, I don't write them. And as you know, being an animator, it is a profoundly remarkable skill. And the thing that I really like a lot, especially about this new technology where we literally are able to communicate like that all around the world, is that I have been in the glorious position of connecting a writer in South Africa with a kid whose animation I saw from Ireland. And they get together and they produce stuff and put it out on YouTube. Isn't that the coolest damn thing? I love that. Now, a lot of times people want to end up in Hollywood, and I don't blame them. That's where I came. And to do what I do, so far, and right now, you still have to be out here to work with the big folks. However, that is probably changing. And the ability to be incredibly creative and create an audience and get your stuff out there, literally using your phone in an animation program and YouTube that's free. What a time to be a creator. So I apologize for not being able to answer you specifically, but please do understand that I get what a collaborative effort this is. And while I'm, the voice of the character, and it's not false modesty, I'm good at my job, but I'm only the actor. None of this happens without animators and writers. And so thank you very much for your gig, my friend. And let's do a show together, okay? Cool. Let's do the next one.
Hey Rob, 2 questions. My first one is, what's a character you voiced that you don't think most people know about? And 2, where is your favorite place to vacation? Thank you so much. Love your work. You're awesome. Have a good one.
Well, hello, nurse. Gosh, a character that most people don't know was me. I think people get a big kick out of the fact that I was Toodles. I don't know why, but because I don't have little kids, but I get a lot of folks who say, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were Toodles," and so they get a kick out of that. There's another one that I used to do in a show called The Gummy Bears, called Gusto Gummy, who is this crazy, whack job artist. And so, yeah, the Gummy Bear. Gosh, I don't know. There are a couple of other ones, I'm sure, too, that people screaming at this, the computer going, "What about this one?" Actually, Throttle from Biker Mice from Mars, that kind of badass guy. That's another one. Because people don't expect a really cool guy to be coming out of me. That's why it's great that nobody cares what I look like. So yeah, those are several. My favorite place to vacation, man, I got to tell you, we have, Rude Dog, that's right. There you go, see? Antoine from Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you remember the show from Sonic the Hedgehog? That was me, Antoine. And Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Thank you, Laura Shank. Yeah, Rude Dog, years ago, 1989 or something like that, CBS in the morning. That was, who else was on that show? Dave Coulier, Joey from Full House was on it. Peter Cullen, whom you guys know as Megatron, he was on that show. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Thank you very much. Time Squad, right? Oh my God, see, thank you very much. And Tasty Time with Zafranc. I played a talking dog who taught kids little, it was a Disney thing. They taught kids little recipes, and there was a cat who was the antagonist and would always try to steal my cooking was played by Mark Hamill. So there you go. And Mark Hamill and I did another show together called Time Squad with Pam Adlon, whom you guys know from Better Things and the voice of Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Pammy, myself, and Mark Hamill. We had incredibly too much fun. My favorite place to vacation. You know, I grew up in Michigan. Go Red Wings. I love northern Michigan. I love the northern Lower Peninsula. Just beautiful. In California, it's pretty hard. Once you get to the beach or the mountains, we have a place on the beach in San Simeon between the Hearst Castle and Cambria, which is a beautiful area just south of Big Sur. There's a reason they call the Pacific Ocean, because it pacifies me. So, yeah, I really like it up in Cambria. So thank you very much for the questions. Next one.